What's up with the iPhone SE second generation, which is still considered to be the latest iPhone from Apple? What's going on with this 6 months later? I know technically 6 months still haven't passed, but that also depends on the time you are watching this video. And there are a couple of things I want to talk about. The iPhone SE, like I said, is still the latest iPhone. But the focus of this video is still going to be if you should go ahead and purchase this device right now, or what's really going on with this at this point of time. So in my opinion, you should most definitely wait for the iPhone 12. This is a quick answer, and let me give you a couple of reasons why I think that. I don't think that it will affect the iPhone SE at all. If you take a look at the price graph and if you take a look at the previous generation of the iPhone SE, the first generation, well, the one has also been released off schedule in the beginning of the year, so it was also like in the middle of the cycle of the latest or the best iPhones. And if you take a look at it, the release of the main iPhone later in September didn't affect the price pretty much at all, and there are like minor differences along the way, but nothing really that huge. And considering that the price of the iPhone SE second generation is so low, I do not believe that it's gonna get any lower just because iPhone 12 has been released. This just doesn't make sense. But the iPhone 12 may affect your decision-making process. And let me give you a couple of reasons for that. Okay, let me interrupt the video right here to tell you that I also made some tests with this phone and with the battery and charging and a whole bunch of stuff. So if you are interested in this kind of stuff, make sure to take a look at it and also subscribe so you don't miss the next uploads that I think you would enjoy. Let's continue with the video. Of course, it's gonna be much more expensive, but think about it. The display quality is just gonna be something completely different. The iPhone SE second generation, even right now, has an average or something worse, a little worse than average display. So even though it has the latest specs and it is gonna be supported for a couple of years, I mean, it still has the potential of the iPhone 11 Pro Max when it comes to the software support and support from Apple. Well, think about it. In 3 years, the display is just gonna suck. I mean, right now, if you take a look at the Samsung Galaxy whatever, they are like huge displays with 120 Hertz and all of the great specs, even 8K a couple of years, I believe, and you are gonna be stuck with this basic iPhone SE display. I mean, I'm not hating on it, and everything comes down to you as a person using it, but just think about it for a moment. At least I would personally wait for the iPhone 12 to be released in order to see what's really going on with this. I mean, if you take a look at iPhone 11, it wasn't priced really high. I mean, it was really one of the cheapest iPhones that was released in September, I mean, in the fall, and it was like the main iPhone lineup. And that's actually really nice. I'm not telling you to wait for the iPhone 12 and then pay like $1,000 or $1,200 for it when you can have iPhone SE for $400. I mean, that's just ridiculous comparison, but just think about it. If there would be like an iPhone 12 or something for $700 or $800, I mean, I would definitely think about it before purchasing it, because it's gonna be even more fast. I mean, it's gonna be like, it's gonna have a little better performance, just slightly, but yeah, and the display is just gonna be a completely different thing. I mean, it's just gonna be out of this world if you compare it to the iPhone SE. But if you already have iPhone SE at this point of time, what's really going on with this? I mean, you can definitely expect iOS 14, like there's no question about it, but the functionality is limited to those iPhones without the new design with the notch and so on. But you still get all of the latest features like the new apps, the app drawer, the widgets, and so on. But considering that the iPhone SE has a very small display, I do not personally think that you're gonna really enjoy having widgets on that little smaller display. So there is that, but you can even get those on the first generation of SE, which is like super small, and it just looks even more weird on that phone. So it's definitely gonna look normal on your iPhone SE. One very unlikely thing that could actually happen, I mean, you probably heard about the feature or the rumor about the iPhone 12 not having any power brick included in the iPhone box. And it could mean that Apple from this September, from this Apple event, actually makes the shift to not ship the power brick and the actual charger in the box. And if you would technically buy the iPhone SE since then, there is a slight chance that it's not going to have any kind of charger in the box, even though I think that it's highly unlikely, but just something to think about at least, because I believe that all of the boxes are already created with the space for that power brick, and all of those boxes already included, so I do not believe that it will actually happen. But there is a slight and very small chance that Apple really makes a hard shift from now on and will only sell the chargers separately and not put them into any iPhone box, even though they will most likely do it, if they do it at all, with the iPhone 12 models, just to not confuse everybody. When it comes to the performance of the camera, this is the topic which deserves like a thought in this video. The time has only proved that only one lens is still a viable option even right now in 2020. It doesn't mean that your phone is unusable when it comes to camera, because it really can produce some really stunning photos, and especially portraits are looking really dope on the iPhone SE. I didn't really expect it to be that good. When it comes to camera, there is absolutely no complaint from my point of view. I just love it, and I would definitely want to have one. If I would want to upgrade from the iPhone 7 to the iPhone SE, I would be really glad about the camera at least. Okay, so this was pretty much everything what I wanted to say, and I also need to say that I love making this type of videos, because I know when I was younger or when I was deciding to get a phone, I wanted to see an updated video about that phone. So I didn't want to see like an unboxing video from the time when it was released. But what's really going on with this at this point of time, like right now when I'm deciding if I want to get it or not. So I really hope that it helped you in any way. I really hope that at least you found some answers, or that you found some visuals, or just looked at the phone at least to find out if you like it visually or not. I mean, if that helped you in any way, I want to ask you to hit the like button on this video to let me know that you enjoyed it. And for more videos like these in the future, make sure to hit subscribe and never miss anything important. Have a nice day. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you guys later in the next one.